Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Master. This is their part number 3. This is their part number 3 is what it is. Number 3 from Master is this padlock. It's a laminated steel padlock. A very typical, very common type of construction of these plates that are literally stacked on top of each other, and they're held to that. All those plates are then held together by rivets. And this type of key will permit, this construction of key, which I believe to be a pin tumbler cylinder, will simply allow the, the shackle to rise, is the bottom line. Now, the KA in the part number means that when you buy this, in any quantity that you purchase these in, when you then specify a key number, they'll all come keyed alike, which is KA. This padlock is KA3908, and it's stamped right on there. There are lots of different key numbers that you can order these as. And the reason you would want to order them keyed alike or specifically keyed different from something else is, who knows why. You might simply have, you're a construction company and you've got multiple job sites going on at one time. You want your lockup, you want your storage, you want your truck, whatever it is, to all be the same key for that particular job site, whatever the reason might be. If you're ordering 6 padlocks, you might say to yourself, well, I don't want them all keyed differently, I need the same key. So number 3, KA, specify the key number. If you don't care about what the key number is, and what the key number is just an indirect code that tells them what the cuts are on this key. Okay. If you don't care what the cuts are, then just order any key number. You might want to keep a record of that key number so that in the future, should you need to order more of them, you will be able to have them all conveniently keyed alike. Very common for a customer to call in and say, yeah, I ordered 6 of those padlocks. Did you write down, I need more of them keyed alike. I don't know the key number. Well, do you have the key with you? Yes, I do. Well, there you go. One thing that we used to do in the old days for sure, and I wouldn't do it with this client, but when you have someone who's routinely ordering padlocks from you, we would keep a secured record of that key number so that we relieve the client of having to maintain what codes they've been buying and when they bought them, etc. So you might want to consider, some sort of record keeping. Some basic dimensional properties, and the number 3 is on the smaller side, but it's a very typical padlock. And the way that the sizes run with padlocks is it's going to be the width, the inside width of the shackle, and then the inside height. And they've got this as 3/4 inch tall. So let's do the width first. My caliper tells me the width, you can see what I'm measuring there hopefully, is 0.609. Then the height, my caliper is telling me 0.763, and I'm holding it a little bit of an angle. So that's definitely going to be your 3/4 inch dimension there. Okay. Oh, the other dimension, the diameter of the shackle, 0.281. 0.281. So 0.281. 9/32 of an inch. Let's open this up, take a closer look. There you go. Now they've got it at 1 9/16 wide. That should be a reference to the laminated body itself. And indeed, that is basically what it is. Overall height of the body itself, about 1.5 inches. Overall thickness of the body itself, looks like it's about 3/4 inch. Let's switch now to the screen view. Let's take a closer look at some supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here is the item that we are looking at. Let's take a look at some photographs that we have. There's the box. There's what you get in the box. Padlock body, multiple views. This plastic perimeter, just a more durable way to keep your padlock working effectively. No reason to have the body get hit every time the padlock slides around. Relatively close-up view of the broaching of the cylinder plug that's there. And looking down into the cylinder, itself, yeah, that's clearly a pin tumbler. That's there. I can see that that is a pin tumbler that's in there. There are 4 cuts on the key, so a 4-pin pin tumbler with the shackle opened up. And there are your keys, 2 original master keys. We'll talk about that more in a moment. The extended description information down below. Laminated steel pin tumbler padlock. Commercial grade padlock. The dimensional properties. Dual ball bearing locking for maximum pry resistance. Here and here. When that padlock is locked, the ball bearings will seat into this preparation in the shackle. Only once you remove, only once you insert and turn the key is clearance allowed for these ball bearings to move out of the way for the shackle, which obviously is spring-loaded. Non-rekeyable 4-pin W1. We'll talk about that W1. Helps prevent picking. Pin tumblers are simply more... they are a higher level of security when compared to disc wafer locks, I think. That's what they're driving at. I wouldn't consider this a high security cylinder by no means. Non-key retaining. That means that you can take the key out when it's in the unlocked position. Therefore, they make key retaining, which means you cannot remove the key when it's in the unlocked position. Be mindful of the function. You know, people buying garden variety padlocks don't realize that key retaining and non-key retaining is a way by which padlocks are classified. If you've got a gate that can never be left unlocked, you'll probably want to consider a key retaining option. Conventional cylinder, that's the pin tumbler reference. Factory original image. Now there's a product catalog here. Let's take a closer look. Okay, the number 3 will probably be early on in the catalog. Talking about keying, the factory can definitely do different configurations of keying for you. You'll need to order them from the factory keyed if you want these keyed in a mastered or grandmastered environment, because they're non-rekeyable. We would not have the ability to take that apart. Not without grinding the rivets off, disassembling the padlock, and then pulling the cylinder out. I've never done that, but I've seen it done. Okay, number 3. Being more garden variety, they're probably tucked, yeah, general security. I was going to say they're tucked down into the catalog a little bit further. All right, standard padlocks. Numbers 1 through 3. Or 1 and 3, not 1, 2, and 3. Okay, just a simple cut sheet that's here. Master is associated with Abus, I think is how that works, a German company. So that's why you're seeing two languages. Top and bottom bumpers for greater scratch resistance. Yeah, as indicated. Keyed differently, keyed alike, master keyed alike, and master keyed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how they're applying that. You can have a group and then a master, and then and then multiple groups that are mastered, and then multiple systems that are grandmaster keyed. You can do the long shackle, the LF, or the LH or LJ, which are extra long shackles. Or the extra long lounge, long LN. Now, WP4, they say here, they mentioned over here a W1. Now, what that means is as follows. Let's close the catalog. Below this video is a link here to the manufacturer's page. From that page, you're going to be able to pull up not only all of the master products that we sell, but also a link, all the master products by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the lock technical manual. Let's fire that up. Now, this won't have much information as it pertains to a number 3 padlock, but But down further in the catalog is where you're going to see keys and keyways. So they mentioned a W1, and that would be, looking at my broaching in the cylinder plug, this absolutely appears to be the key blank that you would need to order. Okay, I think they also had WP4. I don't know what that reference is to. Possibly a different blank that might be a multi-section blank or an all-section blank, or maybe a different head. I don't know what that is, but let's. Okay, I've got the price list open. Let's see if we can see what a WP4 is. I don't see a reference to that at all. Okay, so WP4 is listed here as well. And it certainly refers to the a keyway. WP4. Okay, so I apparently just missed it. It's going to be a different keyway, and I'm going to say that this is a restricted key blank. So apparently, when they are referring to in the catalog, about it being a WP4, that must have everything to do with the fact that you could order it in a restricted keyway. You can tell the broaching here is different than here, so it's a different keyway most certainly, but it's very likely a restricted key blank, meaning you can order the blanks with, you know, proper documentation submitted. So the technical manual is pretty handy, the lock technical manual, because it will show us a lot of background information about this material. I've had clients email me photographs of key blanks and saying, this is what I need. Well, this page is pretty important when you're working on a master padlock, so much so that I literally have it as an individual document right here. All right, let's wrap up this video on camera. So as you can somewhat tell, the world of master is one that is far more than just, you know, off-the-shelf padlocks. They can key this material. They can apparently do it in a security keyway as well. And if they can't do a number 3 in that type of keyway, they can most definitely do padlocks that will allow you to incorporate into them high security cylinders by others or some restricted material as well. The world of padlocks is, you know, a lot deeper than I think a lot of us give it credit for, and thankfully so, because padlocks lock up a lot of valuables that are temporary in nature or portable in nature. So there you go. Any questions on the number 3 master padlock or any other master product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.